But today we visited the Hindu temple and it was so cool. We first got to hear from the president of the temple.
This temple was built in 1981. The temple is established in this place for energy. That energy, a lot of people who come here tell me they feel something very special. On Universal 2-3, this temple will stand as an embodiment of Lord Vishnu. Amrita Varshini now will start her role as an ambassador of this temple.
And we got to see some of this incredible architecture, which is such a work of art in itself.
So welcome to the inside of the beautiful Malibu Temple. As you can see, there are various different shrines and architecture on all of the gopurams. Fun fact, what is a gopuram? It's actually the pyramid-shaped cap that you see on top of all of these different structures. And the Shilpis have carved so beautifully the different types of symbols and deities that represent Hindu mythology, and you'll see that crafted all throughout the different gopuras. And also, the style in which it's carved is from the Chola dynasty. Anyone that hasn't visited India in that time can really experience it by being here, which is amazing. And to the right, we have a beautiful golden flagpole, which is also called the Dvajastamba. The Dvajastamba is representative in pointing into the direction of the main deity, and who this will be Venkateshwar Swami. It also has 3 spokes on the top, which represent the Tirmathis, which is Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. It's also known for representing righteousness, reputation, and, can anyone guess?
Prosperity.
Prosperity! Yes, absolutely. Amazing. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the main shrine inside the temple.
And then we went and we saw a prayer, and that was so spiritual, and I really felt it even though I'm not Hindu, but I have a lot of friends from school that practice Hinduism, and it was so cool to see a part of their culture that I don't really get to see every day.
Welcome to the main shrine of Malibu Temple. This shrine is for Lord Venkateshwar Swami, also known as Balaji, who is another form of Vishnu. So when we think of this God, when we are praying, we think of prosperity and well-being in all realms, beyond the material world, health and wealth. And today we are going to be doing a special prayer or an archana with our priest here today. To start our prayer, we usually offer fruits as an offering to God. And you will also be hearing a lot of chants and prayers and mantras that the priest will be saying. Another important element that I wanted to share as well too is called Nada Brahma, which is the sound of God in Sanskrit. So music and chanting and mantras are a huge element as far as emitting the sacred energy within the temple as well.
एतेषां सर्वेषां सहकुटुम्बानां क्षेमस्थैर्यधैर्य विजय अभय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थकाममोक्ष चतुर्विध फलपुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं ये ग्रहाः अरिष्टस्थानेषु स्थिताः तेषां ग्रहाय नमः। ओम प्रद्युम्नाय नमः। ओम श्री भू समेत श्री वेंकटेश्वर स्वामिने नमः। नानाविध परिमल पत्र पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि।
And as you can see, the priest is inside with the main deity Balaji, and that inside of the shrine is called the Garbhagriha. So in Sanskrit, Garbha means womb, and Griha means house. So it's literally the room in the house of the main deity. Let's keep going. Another thing that's really important to remember is in prayer, we do keep our palms together. And we're coming to a close of our archana, so stay tuned.
श्रीयकान्ताय कल्याणनिधये निधयेद्धिनः श्रीवेङ्कटनिवासाय मङ्गलवासासनपदैः मदाचार्य पुरोगमैः सर्वैश्च पूर्वैः आचार्यैः सत्कृतायास्तु मङ्गलम्। उच्चारणं सर्वव्याधिनिवारणं समस्तपापक्षयकरं श्रीभूसमेत श्रीनिवासस्वामिनः पादोदकं पावनं कदा पुनः शङ्करधाङ्गकल्पकध्वजारविन्दाङ्कुशवज्रलाञ्छनं त्रिविक्रमहात्वच्चरणाम्बुजद्वयं त्वदीयमूर्धानमलङ्करिष्यसि।
So this symbolizes as we come into the temple that the Lord is also coming with us as we travel and leave our temple as well too.
All the best.
Thank you.
This is the prasad.
And this is the prasad. So usually after we do a puja, this is a small blessing, and we take that as we embark home and take our divine with us.
And then we walked around and we saw so many incredible smaller temples that had gods in them that I got to learn a lot about.
So everyone, we just experienced our first Archana. Did you guys enjoy that? Yeah, amazing. All right, so we're gonna go have a look around the temple. So let's go to the first shrine over here. So this one is going to be on Lord Rama. And Rama is a beautiful tale that you can hear his epic story in the Ramayana. So as you can see, there's Rama here, and he's in the center. And on the left side, there's Lakshman, and on the right side is Sita. And on the bottom over here, you will see his devotee, Hanuman. Rama is, whenever you think of Rama, remember he's an avatar of Vishnu. And the song that comes to mind when I see this, Rama Nannu Brovara, Rama Nannu Brovara. So Rama always reminds us to carry our duty with righteousness. So we are going to be walking now to our next deity, which is Sri Devi. And as you can see, there's also more carvings and the beautiful architecture that was set forth by S.M. Ganapati, who was one of the architects that originally brought the Shilpis over here to also craft this. And he was one of the architects who actually was involved with a lot of the temples originally in the United States. So it was amazing that he also helped build one of the largest temples here on the West Coast. And Sri Devi reminds us of the richness and prosperity and abundance that we hold within ourselves. So this is something that's far more material, far, far, far beyond that. It's the richness that we hold within our beings, of our mind, our body, our spirit. And it really brings the element of gratitude to our being. So how do we take this gratitude? How do we take the richness of our mind, our wisdom, our health, our wealth in all realms, and how do we move forward in our life with that? And she is a constant source of divine feminine energy that reminds us of that. A song that comes to mind, Devi niye tunai tan madurai var meenalochane Devi. And our next deity and goddess is going to be Bhudevi. So one of the most beautiful things about Bhudevi is she is the goddess that connects us to Mother Nature and Earth. So one of the many reasons we also take our shoes off is because we're paying homage and respect to her as well. She reminds us of the peace and harmony that we have with nature and how important that synergy is. Krishnani Vegane Baro. And with that, everyone, I bring to you Krishna. Krishna reminds us of the embodiment of love, joy, and empathy in all that we do. He teaches us the principle of Dharma Yoga and doing everything that we do with pure devotion, joy, and love. I hope you all had an amazing time learning a little bit about the temple, Hinduism, and all the different deities that we were able to visit today. So does anyone have any questions before we leave the temple today? Yeah.
What would you say the main purpose of Hinduism is?
Absolutely. So I would say when talking about the main purpose of Hinduism, it's really a reminder of this core element called Dharma. So Dharma basically represents our duties or our responsibility in this lifetime. And fulfilling one's Dharma is really what all the principles of Hinduism reminds us and teaches us as well too. Any other questions? Yes.
So I noticed when we were walking around, a lot of marigolds are decorating the handrails and such. And I know in Mexican culture, marigolds have a big significance on our holiday, which is Day of the Dead. So I was just interested if marigolds also had a significance for you, or if that was just a coincidence.
Yeah, great question. So as you can see, there's definitely a lot of marigolds and flowers in general that we use for prayers, we use to offer for the gods, and marigolds in specific, they represent auspiciousness and the divine. So as you can, great observation because they really are adorned everywhere. And so, yeah.
I guess my question is, I also noticed that there's a lot of different elephant designs and sculptures. I guess my question is, what kind of purpose do they serve, and is there like any symbolic meaning?
Yeah, absolutely. So, elephants actually are a huge component and are seen very often in our temples, in our mythology, in the culture, when talking about the different architecture and the elements that are included in this temple. And they represent wisdom and power and strength. Well, if you have no further questions, I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for visiting the Hindu temple. And I had such an amazing time sharing energy with all of you. And I hope to see all of you soon and back. Namaskaram.
Our guide was so amazing and has such a beautiful voice. And the whole experience was just really, really cool.